Michael Jordan, a name synonymous with greatness, but behind the 6 championships, the clutch moments, and the iconic Air Jordans lies a complex story of triumph, controversy, and relentless ambition. Welcome to Behind the Legends, where we uncover the untold truths of history's biggest icons. In this episode, we dive into the secrets and scandals that shaped the man behind the myth, Michael Jordan. The making of a legend, young Michael. Michael Jordan's journey to greatness began in the small town of Wilmington, North Carolina, where he was raised in a close-knit family that valued hard work and discipline. From an early age, Michael's competitive spirit was evident, whether it was playing backyard basketball with his siblings or excelling in multiple sports at school. However, his path to stardom wasn't without obstacles. One of the most famous stories about Jordan is how he was cut from his high school varsity basketball team as a sophomore, a moment that reportedly fueled his drive to prove everyone wrong. While this story has been slightly exaggerated over the years, he was simply placed on the junior varsity team. The message was clear: Michael Jordan was determined to be the best. Off the court, Jordan faced the realities of growing up in the segregated South, where racism and inequality were everyday challenges. These experiences shaped his resilience and deepened his commitment to excel despite adversity. His father, James Jordan, was a guiding influence, teaching him the values of discipline and perseverance. James also encouraged Michael's love for basketball, building a hoop in their backyard, where young Michael would spend hours honing his skills. It was here that his legendary work ethic began to take root. As Jordan progressed through high school, his growth spurt and relentless practice transformed him into a standout athlete. By the time he reached his senior year, he was dominating games, catching the attention of college recruiters, and laying the foundation for what would become one of the greatest careers in sports history. From the small-town courts of Wilmington to the spotlight of college basketball, young Michael's determination and grit were already setting him apart as a future legend. The price of greatness: gambling and controversies. As Michael Jordan's career reached unprecedented heights in the 1990s, his competitive nature became both his greatest asset and a source of controversy. Beyond his dominance on the court, rumors began to swirl about his penchant for high-stakes gambling, a habit that would follow him throughout his life. Jordan himself never denied his love for competition, whether on the basketball court, the golf course, or in casinos. Stories of him wagering thousands of dollars on a single hand of cards or betting on golf games became tabloid fodder. In 1993, during the NBA playoffs, Jordan was spotted in Atlantic City, gambling into the early hours before a crucial game against the New York Knicks. Although the Bulls ultimately won the series, critics questioned whether his priorities were slipping. The controversies deepened when Jordan's gambling connections began to attract scrutiny. His association with known gamblers and the mysterious circumstances surrounding large debts raised eyebrows. A particularly damning incident involved a $57,000 check Jordan wrote to a golf partner, which he later admitted was to cover a gambling loss. These revelations painted a more complex picture of the basketball icon, raising questions about whether his competitive nature had spiraled into compulsion. The shadow of gambling also loomed over the tragic murder of his father, James Jordan, in 1993. While officially unrelated, conspiracy theories suggested a link between Jordan's gambling and the crime, though no evidence ever substantiated these claims. Later that year, Jordan shocked the world by retiring from basketball, citing personal exhaustion and the desire to fulfill his father's dream of seeing him play professional baseball. For some, the timing of his departure fueled speculation that the NBA had quietly urged him to step away due to his gambling issues. These rumors remain unproven, but they have added layers of intrigue to Jordan's legacy, reminding us that the price of greatness often includes navigating the shadows of public scrutiny. The retirement mysteries: a hidden agenda? In October 1993, Michael Jordan shocked the world by announcing his retirement from basketball at the peak of his career. Fresh off winning 3 consecutive NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls, Jordan cited personal reasons, including the devastating murder of his father, James Jordan, earlier that year. He also expressed a desire to pursue baseball, fulfilling a dream his father had long cherished for him. While his explanation seemed heartfelt, the abruptness of his decision left fans and analysts speculating about a hidden agenda. Was it truly a personal choice, or was there more happening behind the scenes? One of the most persistent theories suggested that Jordan's departure was linked to his gambling controversies. At the time, his reputation had taken a hit due to public scrutiny of his gambling habits, including reports of debts and associations with unsavory figures. Some theorized that the NBA, eager to protect the image of its biggest star, quietly urged Jordan to step away from the game to avoid a larger scandal. While then NBA Commissioner David Stern consistently denied these allegations, the timing of Jordan's retirement left enough room for speculation to persist. Adding to the intrigue, Jordan's foray into baseball with the Birmingham Barons, a minor league affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, was met with mixed reactions. Critics questioned whether his move was a genuine attempt to honor his father or a calculated distraction from the controversy surrounding him. After just over a year in baseball, Jordan returned to the NBA in 1995 with a simple yet iconic statement, "I'm back." Though his brief hiatus remains a fascinating chapter in his career, it continues to spark debate. Was it a necessary pause to heal from personal tragedy, a calculated move orchestrated by the league, or simply the decision of a man chasing a new challenge? Whatever the truth, Jordan's retirement mysteries have become as legendary as his dominance on the court. Life after the court, a complicated legacy. Michael Jordan's influence didn't end when he stepped off the basketball court. Instead, his post-playing career solidified his status as one of the most powerful figures in sports and business. After retiring for good in 2003, Jordan shifted his focus to entrepreneurship and team ownership, becoming the first former NBA player to own a majority stake in an NBA franchise, the Charlotte Hornets. While his ownership cemented his influence in the league, his tenure has not been without criticism. Under his leadership, the Hornets have struggled to find consistent success, leading some to question his ability to translate his on-court brilliance into effective management. Still, Jordan's impact as a businessman is undeniable, with endorsements, investments, and his iconic Jordan brand generating billions and making him one of the wealthiest athletes in history. Despite his financial and entrepreneurial success, Jordan's legacy remains a complex blend of triumph and controversy. For years, critics have pointed to his perceived reluctance to speak out on social and political issues, contrasting him with other athletes who have used their platforms for activism. The famous remark attributed to Jordan during his playing days, "Republicans buy sneakers too," has lingered as a symbol of his calculated neutrality in an era when athletes increasingly engage in public discourse. However, in recent years, Jordan has taken a more active stance, pledging millions of dollars to causes such as racial justice and community development, signaling a shift in his public persona. Moreover, his hyper-competitive nature has occasionally drawn negative attention, with reports of him being an intense and demanding leader, even in retirement. Yet, for all the complexities of his post-playing life, Jordan's legacy remains untouchable in many respects. He continues to inspire new generations of athletes and entrepreneurs, proving that his influence extends far beyond basketball. Ultimately, Michael Jordan's life after the court is a testament to his relentless drive, one that has both elevated and complicated his legendary status. Michael Jordan's legacy is a mix of unrivaled success and enduring mystery. From his rise as a basketball phenom to the controversies that followed him off the court, his story is one of complexity and brilliance. Thank you for joining us on Behind the Legends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the lives of history's most fascinating figures.